Okay, beautiful people of TikTok and YouTube. So this is going to be my how to make Super Salve video. So for the people that ordered the kit, you get 2 containers. You get a bottle of essential oils pre-mixed. You're going to get a label for the 2.25 ounce container. And you're going to get the recipe. It's going to come with the organic herbal blend. The recipe will include the exact measurements. And you're going to get organic beeswax. From there, here's how you do it. So when you are doing an herbal salve, you want to use oil base. We're going to use organic olive oil. You do not want to add fresh herbs to an oil base because fresh herbs contain water. Any water and oil, you should know, does not mix and will mold. So you're going to be only using the pre-mixed dried herbs. Everything you need is in here, and exactly what herbs and their proportions are listed on your recipe. Okay, so just dried herbs in an oil base. This goes for any salve, this goes for any skincare product, unless you have a preservative. So like the face cream that I make, Happy Face, it's got a blend of water and herbal tea and essential oils, an herbal oil infused oil. So that has to have a preservative. It also has to have something to blend it. So like if you've ever made homemade mayonnaise, it has to be blended, and then it's going to go bad in 3 days because it's an oil and water mixture. Okay, so here's what you're going to do, and I'm going to walk you through this. I apologize, my phone's tilted a little bit at an odd angle, but you'll get the point. Okay, so you're going to take a glass mason jar. You're going to take your bag of herbs that I've sent, and they're all certified organic. I have them on my website. Okay, so you're going to take your organic herbs that are in the bag. I get them from Star West Botanicals, but I get them in these huge bags. So I'm breaking them up and I'm selling them on the website. The exact proportions again and which herbs are in here are going to be in your product that you ordered for your kid. The best way to do this is to either use a funnel or use a measuring cup and a funnel. We're gonna go with what ends up in there. If you can get it to pour directly into your container, go for it. You get the idea. Get your jar full. As I shake this in here, it's normally not so messy. Okay, so we've got it in our jar. It's gonna be about half full. For the sake of this video, knowing most of you are doing this in the kitchen at home, instead of using some bulk organic container that I have, I just went to the store, bought this for $8 olive oil. So you're making an herbal infused oil. It's gonna need to burp. So I've got it filled close to the top. You're gonna take a spoon and you're gonna stir it. You wanna get the oil and the herbs completely blended. You don't want the herbs to pack down at the bottom. So you can see already that the oil has come down quite a bit. We're gonna fill the jar completely up. It took me a minute to break down my large recipe from making like 25, 30 at a time to the smaller recipe, but this is really concentrated. All right, So we're only gonna fill it up to the break. Well, just past the break. We're not filling it up here, we're just filling it up there. And you've got a smidge of olive oil left if you buy the 16-ounce container. Okay? So there you go. Next, we're just gonna wipe this dry and clean. Don't use water. You do not want to introduce water to this at any point in time. Okay, the next thing you're gonna do is, I thought I wiped this pretty clean. It's okay if you have a little bit of the powdered turmeric around the edges. You're gonna cap it off, but you're not gonna cap it off so tight that it's cranked down. You wanna let this joker breathe. So you're gonna keep it loose, okay? I just turn it to the point where it stops, and that's it, just very loose. You're gonna place it in your crock pot. You're gonna put a washcloth underneath it. So let me show you the inside. Okay, so I put 2 glass jars on the sides because I'm trying to weight down that washcloth, and the water level is about halfway, okay? So you're gonna get your water level halfway up your jar. I normally do this with these big quart jars like this. So adjusting it, just make sure the water level is halfway, and you're gonna turn your crock pot on warm, and it is going to basically simmer for 3 days. Now, if you have one that you put on low and it gets too hot, it will scorch the oils, and the herbs, and you will actually smell it. So this crock pot does warm, and let's see, yeah, this crock pot does warm, so that is what we're gonna put it on. And in order to keep the heat in, I'm gonna put the lid on, and I'm gonna cock it to let a little bit of heat out. We don't want it to get too hot. We want it to cook at a very low temperature to infuse that organic olive oil with all the properties of the herbs. So I hope that helps you. This is day 1, and then we'll just walk through this together. I thought I could put this video on private, but I cannot on TikTok. So the people watching YouTube, TikTok, they'll get the benefits of it. But this is how you're gonna use your Super Salve herbs and get your kit kicked off. You're just using organic olive oil, a pint-sized mason jar, a crock pot. You're gonna check on this. I'll probably do a video on checking on it. As long as it's on warm, you don't want it too hot. You don't want to scorch the herbs. The reason for the washcloth in the bottom is to keep the direct heat off of those herbs. So that's day 1. We're gonna check on it. I'll probably do a video on it tomorrow. Just wanna make sure it's not getting too hot. The jar will sweat a little bit. That's why you wanted to not put that lid down so tight. And don't forget, everything on my website has 10% off right now if you use the code EVERYTHING. And you have a blessed day.